You keeping your same six defensemen tonight that you had the other game? Same six defensemen?
Not sure.
John, can you talk about the fourth line, how they've played, and what you feel Taylor will provide on that fourth line?
I didn't hear that second part.
How Taylor will contribute to the fourth line?
Well, I think we need more out of it. I think we need more out of Taylor. I haven't used him a lot other than for a lot of penalty killing. So hopefully we can get some zone time with him. I thought Pisey played really well in the third period when we were protecting the lead, and I thought that was probably his best 20 minutes in the last little while. So we just need some grind out of him. I'd like to see him chip in a goal, but just trying to get us into a more consistent mode as far as offensive zone time.
How do you think Delzato has played over the last couple weeks?
He's played well.
Could you elaborate on that?
No, he's brought some offense. I think at times it's still inconsistent in his game, but I thought other than a couple of plays in Jersey, I thought he defended very well. He was all over the tape today when we were showing certain situations in our end zone. So, he keeps growing. I'd still we need someone to take over the power play and run it. I still don't think that's really happened. I'm not sure if it ever will. I'm not sure. We keep on giving a try out of him and Gabby. But from the process we've gone through with him here, I think he's done a lot of good things on both sides of the puck.
Where do you think Strollman and Emmons are at right now, considering picking up?
They're in the locker room.
Is it so far that need more playing time than maybe they had last little bit?
Well, I thought Emmy played, gave us some good minutes against Jersey. Stralzy is a guy that we wanted to start trying to play six a little bit more with all the games. We changed our pairs a little bit. And, I think Anton, and he's done it before, has accepted the challenge and step up in his play. I don't think that's happened with Mark being out. I think if we continue to play without Mark, that has to happen if we're going to do what we need to do. I think Emmy has done that. They make mistakes, as all of them do, but I think Emmy has raised his game where I think Anton, and I've seen him, and this is what I like about him, I've seen him do it. He needs to do that now because we need him terribly. Because the longer you play with one of your top guys, you get yourself into a jam. The amount of hockey games we're going to play here.
The question with the 6D tonight, whether or not you want Pickle in.
You're just working here on that 6D.
It's only question two.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I don't know.
When they get to 4, you can.
You won't get to 4.
John, last game you mentioned about JT and his innocence is why that confidence level stays up so high, because he's young and they don't really have those lows. Would you like to see Chris have that same type of level, Kreider?
I think Chris is. When he was here with us last, and I don't want us to keep because I think you guys have kind of put words in my mouth along the way here about these two. I don't want to keep comparing these guys. I think it's unfair to Chris, and I think it's unfair to JT. But talking about Chris, when he was here last, you could see him be more involved with his teammates. You could see him start coming out of his shell. I just met with him after our meeting, and you could see him have more confidence. Everybody goes at a different pace there, and I think it's respectful. I think young players are, and I can tell with Chris, he's very respectful of the hierarchy and what goes on in the locker room and earning his way. But I can see him beginning to grow that way, and I think if something good happens for him in a game, and I think he'll be able to build off of that. That's what we're hoping.
When you talked last game about hearing good reports about Chris, was one of the reasons calling was that you think he can do the kind of work you want him to do in the defensive end?
It's been quite a bit of work done with him down there, and listen, he hasn't got it figured out. We don't expect him to have it all figured out. But I think they think he's progressing, and that's where we got some reports there. One of the things that And there was one thing I gave him when he was up with us last. I just needed him to move his legs more and get to pucks. He did that. The next step is sustaining it and having the puck and making an offensive play. He won't have to worry about defense that much if he can use his assets, put his big body around it, bring some pucks to the net. Who knows what happens? Use his shot. So I think he progressed in the couple of things I asked him to do. The next part is sustaining, and that's why he goes down. He started sustaining down there, started creating a little bit more offense, and I'm real anxious to see him play here. And this is the right type of process that he needs to go through, and I hope he takes a step in the right direction. He keeps on growing from there.
How gratifying is it as a coach? You have these, I mean, a tremendously young core. There's a lot of teaching going on, and to see those results transfer out on the ice, how gratifying is that for you personally?
Well, it's not about me, but I think to me, the teaching part is the fun part of it. And we try to stay out of the way offensively. We want them to be creative. We don't see the ice like these guys see it. And let's just talk about Chris. They see the game differently, but to keep his foundation, the onus falls on us in teaching him to play away from the puck, and knowing how much you can give him, and how much you can take at that particular time. Maybe in another week you can give him a little bit more. I'm not so sure I measure it in being gratified for me. It's gratifying when I can keep putting him on the ice and he produces for us, because it's going to help our team win. And so that's part of the process with young players, is making them understand, do some of these things away from the puck, and you feel more comfortable getting them on the ice, and it allows them to play. And eventually that's going to help your team. I mean, the kid has major assets, has a lot of great things going for him. It's just a matter of trying to get him to put it all together and do it consistently along the way here.
Thank you.
Thank you.